Personally, I have to say it's just been amazing being part of the Salzburg Global LGBT Forum for the first time, and I just felt like very much at home with the activists that are here and the stories that I'm hearing. As a refugee who left Nigeria in 2007 and moved to the UK, and I've lived in the UK for 10 years, the whole movement, the whole migration thing changed the concept of family for me. And it means that I have to start to discover or develop a new form of family. And it means, it means a lot to me, the process of finding people that I can call father, I can call mother, I can call brother was very personal to me, that when I found them, it goes deep into my soul. And this is because I was rejected by my own family right from childhood. So it was a very difficult relationship that I had with my parents and my siblings. So finding people who welcomes me, who love me for being gay and for being open, and it was just overwhelming. I started my own family in November last year. I married to a wonderful man from Australia who is my husband, and for me it was like that little boy from Nigeria who lived in a country where just thinking and discussing the idea of wanting to get married can land you in jail for 14 years. And just having that beautiful moment of looking into the eyes of this gorgeous man and saying I do was like living in a fairy tale, really. It was I can remember I spent the whole day crying. It wasn't just real. And seeing my mother-in-law flying all the way from Australia to be with us, and seeing friends from different parts of the world coming together to celebrate that day with us was something that I would never forget. Moving to the UK in 2007, at the peak of my activism, because with a group of friends I just started the Initiative for Equal Rights, which is now the biggest organization in Nigeria. And I had to leave these young boys who had brought together, who had mentored, who were working on this organization. And 2 years after starting the organization, I had to run out of the country. It was a very, very difficult time for me. And I remember that when they were having crises and I had to like be on the phone every day trying to resolve things. I got to the UK in April. By December, I'd lost it. I'd lost it because there were a lot of acrimonies between the guys that were fighting, and I felt like I was the one that was holding them together, and I wasn't there anymore. There was the issue of what is the fate of the organization, and everything keeps coming back to me. And I remember many nights I would just be in bed, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'll be crying, and I think this got me extremely depressed. That 5 months after arriving in the UK, I was diagnosed clinically depressed, and by my first Christmas in the UK, I spent it in a psychiatric unit. I was locked up for 3 weeks, chained to a bed because I was going mad. And it was when I started treatment that they were able to help me understand that I was holding on to something. And my psychiatrist, she was such a very wonderful lady. She was able to take me through the journey that I have to let go. And I have to see the UK as home. And I had to start accepting the fact that I can still contribute to what is going on in Nigeria. It was very personal to me. I was angry at myself. I was angry at everyone. But she helped me to get to a position to say, it's okay. People move, and it shouldn't stop you from doing what you're doing. And now, when activists come to me and they have this guilt, I tell them my story and I say, let nothing stop you. It's just a matter of border and geography. We live in a global world now. You can still have the same impact, and reading the story of South Africans who were in exile during the apartheid period, having such a huge impact on the end of apartheid also was a source of inspiration for me that I can still have impact anywhere I am in the world.